I have known about Ron Paul, I would say, for probably about six years. I've watched a number of videos about him, of him, whatever. I've read a number of articles in and of about him, and to put it bluntly, he's just a different version of a revamped, reconfigured version of the entire mind fuck scam of politics. I mean, he's just been groomed in a different way to appear different than all the other candidates, with a different message, with a different set of proposals, and he's just, you know, the kind of maverick the powers that be just drool over, because he's, to them, to the powers that be, Ron Paul is just another acceptable antagonist, or acceptable opposition. Call it what you want. I mean, just think about it for a minute. This guy went through college, you know, after he got out of the military or whatever, and he took all the required courses to become a doctor. You know, so he went through a lot of higher learning, which is nothing more than higher indoctrination to become a better slave and a more successful slave, and that's basically what it comes down to. He's just throwing a little bit more truth and a little bit more sensibility into his, you know, his projections to you know, to gain support, gain an audience. That's how it works. That's how all of these different opposition groups, these different fringe groups, call them whatever you want, you know. It's all part of the process that our entire modern civilization merits and rewards for, you know, basically being a better slave, you know. He took, you know, he took all the right courses, and he did all the right kinds of work, and then when time came for him to, I guess, switch careers, he got into business, you know, going through you know, Austrian economics, which is just, again, higher indoctrination to become an even better slave to the powers that be. He's got to get his piece of the pie, piece of the American dream. So he went through all, you know, the trials and tribulation of higher education and the experience, and then he came up with this notion that he could help this country, and I don't know if he actually believes that or if he's, it's hard to say. I mean, he ain't going to tell you everything. He's just giving you a little bit more information, offering you a little bit more sensibility, offering you a different illusion of change to basically get inside your head and, gain your support. And that's how any movement, any cause basically works. I mean, it's all rabble rousing, It's all goose for the collective mob mentality. And he's no different. He's just another puppet politician. He's just been groomed in a different way to appear that he's something different, and the powers that be are just drooling on themselves because of somebody like Ron Paul. Just as long as he doesn't say too much, just as long as he doesn't step on the wrong toes, he doesn't have to worry about becoming assassinated. So you can all throw this bit about, the powers that be pulling another JFK. He's not really going to be president, and all this stuff about his proposals and his libertarian ideals and his reformist proposals, it's just nothing but patchwork and prop up of the same maniacal mindfuck scam that's been festering within human civilization since the rise of human civilization, going way back thousands of years. And it's really not all that different. Just the technology is different. The world's a lot smaller, as in it's more populated. Religion has done its bit with infiltrating people's minds with faith and hope and belief to basically it's all mind control. It's government, government is mind control. Gubernamente, mind control, control of the mind. Get it? The big difference between government and administration. Government basically infiltrates into administration, blah, blah, blah. So much that people think they're one and the same, and they're not. They're two distinctive things. But anyway, what does this have to do with Ron Paul? Well, he's all part of the program. He's all part of the blueprint that we've been propagating for thousands of years, to build a better mousetrap, to build a better society, progress, different shit like that, So Ron Paul is just, he talks in a different tone. He's playing the crazy old man bit perfectly. He's playing the maverick perfectly, just like all these other opposition groups or maverick groups like Anonymous and Alex Jones, and then there's the Glenn Beck and Judge Napolitano, all these other different, Occupy. There you go. There's another one. I'm sure there's thousands of more out there amongst the clusterfuck of the internet. And that's what it's all about, because they're all basically tapping into the already linguistically, musically, artistically infiltrated minds of people adhering to the mainstream, the conventional thought, the indoctrination of our schooling, and the continued indoctrination of our higher learning institutions, and all that stuff. So that's basically what Ron Paul is doing. Okay? And what else can I say? I mean, if you want to join the modern mainstream thought and condemn me as some fucking sick psycho with mental problems, nice try. I've heard all this shit before. I've been hearing it since I was in high school, and you're just nothing. It's all a bunch, like I said, it's all a part of linguistics and the effects language has on people's minds. The music, the art, the ritual in our churches, and the Bible studies. That's what it is, people. You're still asleep. You're still plugged into the system where, and you think Ron Paul is this guy who's going to change everything. He ain't going to change nothing. That's what politicians do. They keep things the way they have been for thousands of years. So it keeps us segregated. It keeps us out there. It keeps the greed going. It keeps the want for power and wealth glued into our psyche. And I guess that's about it. So good luck. You're going to need it. We're all going to need it to get out of this mess. So